When I left the city behind, I thought I was escaping noise. Turns out I was stepping into a louder kind of silence. Out here, the air itself hums. No cars, no chatter, just the wind dragging through dry grass and the sound of my own heartbeat. I set up camp beside the barn, patched the roof with tin, wired a few solar panels, and called it home. Every morning started the same. Black coffee, notebook in hand, sketching a life built on quiet instead of deadlines. About a week in, Sheriff Ed Barker pulled up. Big man, steady eyes. He told me to watch out for the folks in Birchwood Meadows. Said they think the county ends where their fancy signs start. I laughed. He didn't. 2 days later, a white SUV stopped by my fence. Out stepped a woman straight from a catalog. Perfect hair, pearls, clipboard. She asked if I was the owner. And when I said yes, she smiled like she owned the answer. A few mornings later, I found a paper taped to my gate. Notice of violation. No seal, no name, just threats on cheap ink. I laughed, crumpled it, and tossed it into the mud. Should have known that was just their opening move. Next day, 2 cars rolled up, bright vests, fake smiles, and clipboards. They told me I owed them almost $6,000 to join the community. I told them they were standing on my land. The silence after that said everything.
I drove straight to the county assessor's office. The clerk pulled up the official map and smiled. Said I was clear. No HOA, no overlap. I printed every document I could, labeled the folder in case of nonsense. Guess I'd need it sooner than I thought. That night, I heard a faint hum above the creek. A drone hovered in the dark, its red light blinking like an eye. I smiled. If they wanted a surveillance war, they picked the wrong guy. A week later, I woke to find a new sign bolted into my bedrock. Welcome to Birchwood Meadows. I didn't tear it down. I wanted it to stand there, a monument to arrogance. That night, my trail camera caught 2 men cutting my gate open, one holding bolt cutters, the other checking over his shoulder. The sheriff called it trespassing. I called it war. I called Marissa Grant, property rights attorney, old friend, sharper than any blade. When I finished explaining, she said, "You've got yourself a baby-sized land grab with adult-sized consequences. I'm in." 3 days later, I came home to find a trench cut straight through my marked aquifer zone, 6 feet wide, 17 feet inside my boundary. They'd forged the map. I didn't get angry. I got evidence. A state surveyor came out, 4 hours of GPS, stakes, and measuring tape. Her verdict? The trench was inside my land. That forged PDF? Criminal misrepresentation. The line was finally clear, in my favor. When it hit court, Marissa burned through their lies like dry brush. The judge froze their funds, the crowd gasped, and Victoria's pearls rattled louder than her excuses. The HOA fell apart. The land was mine again. I built fences, planted flowers, and watched bees return to the creek. Funny how real community grows once you tear down the fake one. They say land remembers who defends it. I carved a sign on the gate. Private land begins here, and your fantasies end. Maybe justice isn't written in law books. Maybe it's written in the dirt.